I have learned that it's got to go beyond the emotions and beyond the physical and just all the fireworks and all that. When that settles, what do I really feel about this person? And another thing too, I always think, can I see a future with this person?
Hello, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Susie.
And I'm Ness, and this is Mom and Daughter Talk, where we hope to...
Sorry.
It's okay. Where we hope to inspire,
encourage,
and uplift your mother-daughter relationships. So thanks for joining. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when new content has arrived.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So today it is hot. We are in Southern California and it is over 100 degrees. Ooh. And we have lights in front of us. So
and we really can't have the air on because then, the noise and things will impede on what we're trying to do.
Yeah, the life of a Southern Californian. Anyway, that's not the topic. Today's topic is, how do you know when you're in love?
I wonder if it's different for men and women. If there's any men out there, please let us know.
Brothers.
What do you think? I kind of have an idea, but I want to know what you think. How do you know when you're in love? Have you ever been in love?
I thought I've been in love. I thought it was love. So let me give you my definition. Let's see. I'm on the spot here. Okay. I think I know I'm in love when they're always on my mind and not in like the sexual way, but like thinking of them as a person and when they make me better. I know when somebody says something to me, like a man says something to me and it just sticks with me. And they say things to make me better and I just like what they say really holds a lot of weight to me.
So that tells you that you're in love with them when they encourage you?
When it's like they encourage me to be the best me I can be on a daily basis. And it's like they have that influence in a sense, like a parent would have to a child. Like it's just what you say, I just hold it to like a high standard.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. And then when like my spirit just jumps, it's like, oh, like, yeah.
Sure, it's your spirit that's jumping. I don't know.
Yes, it would be my spirit that's jumping because I know what it feels like when it's not my spirit. It's a whole different thing. So when I have a spiritual connection with somebody, I don't know. That's when I know I'm in love, I guess.
Okay.
Those are my top ones.
Okay.
What about you?
I just had this conversation recently. Actually, went out to lunch with a few people and we were talking about that. How does one know when they're in love? And I think the general consensus was, and I can speak this for myself, is that when you just naturally kind of move into the realm of really wanting to do for that person, to honor them, and to, when you talk about going the second mile, that second mile doesn't even seem like a second mile. Like you really want to please them. You want to give to them things that they say that they want. You want to bless them. Yeah, and then you find yourself really like praying for them. It just naturally brings you to a point of wanting to give to them and wanting to, like you said, make them better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of times you would want that reciprocated, but really you're not even looking to that as the reward. It's just the act of giving and catering to them that gives you pleasure.
Yeah. So you're looking at it more so like, you love them when there's certain actions that you're willing to put behind it. Yeah. And I believe love is an action word as well. Absolutely. I guess I gave like the perspective of like when I feel like I know I love that person, but you're giving the practical what actions, you'll want to do for them when you love, when you know you love it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a difference between love and lust. And that's what I had to learn and I had to understand when I came to Christ and really renewed my mind and started watching all these like Christian godly people talk about love and stuff like that in the spiritual way. And so lust, I feel like that's what culture and society tell you is love. Like you love them when they do this and that for you. You love them when they please you in the bed. You love them when they whisper sweet nothings to you. They make you feel so secure and everything. But it's like you want to make sure you're not just insecure, and anything that someone is trying to tell you or feel in you makes you feel secure. That don't mean that's love. So you really got to be careful on that. You're going to be a whole person first so that any compliment someone gives you, it's not filling any voids that you may have. And I can speak on that because I was definitely there for a while.
How do you know when you don't love a person? When you realize that it's not true love, that it's really infatuation. I think that's sometimes, where it can get a little cloudy, where you're really kind of infatuated with the person. You might be fascinated with them, getting to know them, different things. And I really like the point that you said as far as when your love tank is empty, then anything will fill it. Kind of like when you're hungry, you know what I mean? You eat whatever, junk food, whatever, just to fill that hunger, right? So I think it's so needful to be full and to be whole so that you can assess the situation rightly.
Yeah. Rightly. You mean correctly?
Rightly, correctly, either way.
Oh, okay. I think that you know when you're not in love when something happens where they do something that irks you or just pisses you off, and instead of communicating, talking to them, trying to salvage what you have, you just fight or flight. Like you either leave or you just pop off at the mouth, don't try to come to a resolution. And I think you have to be spiritually, mentally, and emotionally mature, like on all three fronts and levels in order to know what love is. Love is, if we go to the Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, love is patient, love is kind, love is long-suffering. So you gotta suffer. Who likes to suffer? Nobody. You gotta lay down your flesh every single day in order to love that person.
Yeah, and I think it's, I've heard people say that love is a choice, and it kind of is because, again, we talked about earlier, how emotions, you can't let that be the leader. You can let it be a
servant.
Yeah, or help you, aid you into doing something. And emotions can be beautiful and wonderful, but in its right context, right?
So since you've been in love before and you're open to loving again, like, what have you learned?
I have learned that it's got to go beyond the emotions and beyond the physical and just all the fireworks and all that. When that settles, what do I really feel about this person? And another thing too, I always think, can I see a future with this person? I may be able to see right now with them, but can I see a future? Can I see them in my future? Can I see myself in their future? I think that's huge, because otherwise then it's just for the right now, and to me that's a little shallow when it comes to long-term relationships.
And we have a video called 5 Non-Negotiables when it comes to a husband. So I'll link that above somewhere. And it's good. You want to base things off of someone's character.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How are they with conflict resolution as well? Because conflicts will come. It's not an issue of when or how or what. They're going to come, but it's really of how you handle it. Yeah, how you handle it.
They're going to come multiple times. And you want to see somebody in every season. So not just, spring, winter, summer, and fall. Because guaranteed you see them for a whole year, you're going to see them angry, sad, mad. Everybody has their good, bad, and their ugly. Typically, you see their good the first 6 months. Then their bad starts to come out. And then after a year, you've probably seen their ugly. Whether you wanted to see it or not, it probably came out if you're spending a lot of time with them within a year. So, I'll pump the brakes and hang out with somebody for a year. And as friends too, because when you're kissing all over each other and you're just, lovey-dovey and stuff like that clouds your judgment all day long. Like, I know for a fact, like, culture and everything, they got it twisted. It is backwards. But when you do it the kingdom way, the way God really wants, like, relationships to be stewarded and to be developed and stuff, you're not really dating, because dating means you're collecting data. You're learning, you're screening somebody, you're interviewing them. And I heard it's hard to give somebody an interview when he's already entered you.
Ooh.
And it's true. So even that part, like dating, culture does it for data and stuff. But in the kingdom, we court. And you court somebody and you start courting when, here's the thing that I learned, which is crazy. It's so cool. You start courting somebody when you heard from God and they heard from God that this is the person who you're supposed to be pursuing in a relationship. Right. And then because, God's stamp of approval is on it. So once you have that stamp of approval, then you tell each other, however God wants you to do it. And then once you're in agreement, okay, we're pursuing each other in courting. And then after that, the goal is to be fiance and then to be married. That's how it should go. You're not collecting data with multiple people. You're not dating a bunch of people. There's a clear-cut goal. That God has stamped this.
There's purpose. Yeah.
Yes. And that's how it should be. And I've done it the culture's way, dating, all that stuff. It didn't work for me, so I'm doing it the kingdom way this time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be great. So thanks for joining. We hope that you are finding love out there in God's perfect timing. His plans are bigger than our plans.
Yes.
And, you know, as you seek God and you surrender your life over to him and your relationships, oh, he gonna bring you the one.
And make sure that it really is true love and not necessarily just emotions and infatuation.
Yes. All right. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
All right.
I know I'm in love when okay, I got this. So have you ever been in love?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How was that?
It was cool. I'll see you next time. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.